Welcome back to the Daily D. Today we are making stuffed mushrooms. These are really simple to make. This has already been started because we had just started filming and the battery died. So the first thing I'm doing is this is kind of on medium low. I put a pat of butter in about this big into the frying pan. And I am putting in chopped mushrooms. Sorry, something just fell in the background. It's just the ghost. Nothing to worry about. Just crazy. How did that just fall like that? Things fall in our house all the time, so by themselves. Okay, I'm going to put that second pot in. I wasn't sure how much because I'm not used to measuring. I just play this by ear, so I grew up in the days where, you know, there was no internet, so people would just tell you what they did and you guessed, or if you got a recipe, it was written down on a piece of paper, or if somebody showed you, they would just say a little of this and a little of that. So doing videos on YouTube now, the recipes, I kind of am trying to adapt to learning my recipes over again and kind of learning the measurements I use. So while that's cooking, I'll explain what I do. So you're going to take my white mushrooms and you're going to cut, I showed this in the other piece of video that is no good anymore. You just cut a little piece off of the stem and then you just put your knife inside and cut it all around. It doesn't have to be pretty. You wipe if I didn't say this, you wipe these off with a paper towel. You don't wash them under water. And once it's hollowed out, you take not the little piece you cut off, but the rest of it, and you chop it all up finely, and you put it in a frying pan, and you're just going to cook these mushrooms. Okay, and while the mushrooms are cooking, you're going to take some ham. I don't use, not cooked ham, you know, that preformed stuff. I prefer Schneider's old-fashioned ham. They didn't have it, so this is like Schneider's low-fat ham, Country Kitchen ham, any of those kind of the good quality hams. You're going to ask them at the deli counter to shave it, and then you're going to actually take it home and cut it even like into little pieces. And you can put your oven on to 350 degrees, which I haven't done yet, but because I forgot to, but that's okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure these are fully cooked. And you don't want too much butter, just enough to get them all cooked and enough to add when you add the ham. Okay, I'm just going to let these cook for a minute, and I'm going to go turn on my oven, and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are pretty well cooked, and what I'm going to do now is I am going to put in some ham. I may not put in all of it. I'm going to see. And I'll just throw it in. Not sure what I'll do with pre-cut up ham. And if there's leftover, I've been known to eat this with a spoon, so, you know. So this is just a matter, obviously the ham's already cooked. So this is just a matter of mixing everything together. And as you see, once you get the ham in and that, there's really not like a lot of fat or And you want to wait until the ham is warm. So how much you make of this is just dependent on how many you need, you know. Just I like buying the mushrooms that are individual, because the ones in the package, at least around here, tend to be really tiny or not as nice. So I usually try and pick them up so they're kind of around, pick them individually so they're kind of around the same size. But whatever works for you. Some of the warehouse stores like Costco and that have packages of really big, gorgeous ones you might consider. Okay, so once that's warm, you're going to put in some Velveeta cheese. Okay, some stores, I don't think this says keep refrigerated, but some stores have it on the shelf, I noticed. But theirs in that they have it in the cheese section. So how much you need is dependent upon how much filling you have. You don't want an overabundance of it. What you want is enough to hold the filling together. And you're not going to overcook this. At this point, you're just cooking it long enough until it melts. And it becomes like a, I don't know, I'm thinking the word glumpy, but glumpy doesn't sound so appetizing. Just until it holds together. And there are people I know that do not like mushrooms, that you know, when I used to make these and send them. I used to do like a Christmas buffet thing at my husband's work. I used to make a bunch of food and send it for them to have a Christmas lunch, and I used to make these, and people who didn't even like mushrooms, when everybody raved about how much they liked these, they gave them a try and they ate them. Okay, so you want to make sure all the cream cheese is melted. Get rid of any of those last chunks, and as you can see, it's now formed a mass. Another chunk or two left over, and we are going to turn this off. Okay, and then the next step is easy. You're just going to take a spoon and so I just put them around on it until, and then I'll go back and add to them. I just want to make sure that there is, you want to make sure there's enough filling for each of the mushrooms. When you get done, I just put them on a cookie sheet, baking tray, whatever. When you get done, you are going to cook these at 350 until the mushrooms on the bottom are cooked. The top might be a little not toasty looking, but I'll show you when they come out. Now these will get liquidy. You'll notice quite a bit of liquid on the tray because mushrooms are like that. They have a lot of moisture in them. So you're going to have liquid on the tray. Couple more here. Okay, so I'm glad I did put in that extra ham because I ended up with the perfect amount. Okay, so these are just going to go into 350 oven until they're fully cooked, and we'll see you back when they're done. Okay, so these are done. As you can see, you know, the mushrooms are like a little brownish, and the top is like light brown on some of them. These are absolutely delicious. So delicious that I plated them and put them here, and my daughter went to take a picture of them, and I said, okay, great, let's eat. And we forgot we had to do the rest of the video. So thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our recipes playlist for all of our great recipes. They're all really easy to do. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, happy cooking.